Oh, missed him. Morning, boys and girls, friends, enemies, those in between, who cares? Well, daughter's gone back. The new guy, yeah, I like him. They actually seem pretty reasonable match. And of course, I spent yesterday doing the clean up. Oh dear. Oh God, all this grit they put down. This stuff is a living nightmare, isn't it? I don't know if you have similar where you live, but in England they just spray down a very thin layer of hot tar and throw a load of grit on top and think they've repaired the road. But I've had moans about this before. I'm out early, school time, all the kiddly poos toddling off to be corrupted by the system and taught nothing useful. Oh God, how I'd wish they taught me about income tax, deductions, mortgages, finance, housekeeping. Do you know, school is fairly inadequate, isn't it? Mother desperately waiting to get out, having dropped child off, but she bloody well wait. Yes, schooling, I think worldwide, is fairly inadequate for the real life. Sad but true. And poor little buggers grow up in an atmosphere of happiness and bliss. Well, not in my case. But in general, most kids like school. Some are traumatised. Now that's the other thing. If you've got 29 children in a class, how on this earth, this whole planet, can you expect all 29 to take in information at the same rate and understand it in the same way? The school is meant for the minority or the average. And if you can't keep up, you're called special needs or something. No, I think the teachers should be called inadequate. I've seen all the girls go through school and all accepted it at a different level and all struggled with similar things. Now, I was taught things like Pythagoras and all that, and square roots, and do you know, I've never needed them in my entire life. I cannot think the last time I actually sat down and thought, this is definitely a Pythagoras problem, you know. And we grew up with slide rules. Hands up if you remember slide rules. The mathematician's friend. Oh, they're good if you got into the swing of using them. Brilliant. They were the computer of the future. You will need these for all your problems, equations. That didn't last, did it? Hee hee. I wonder what our kids will be moaning about when they're in their dotage. My mind boggles at what the world will be like and what technology will have changed and transformed into. But I suspect they'll all be limbless and white, being carried around on hover chairs and force-fed chemical food. Aren't I a cheerful twat? Aren't I in a happy mood? My glasses slipped. No, on a serious note, how much further forward will we be as a human race in, let's say, 50 years, which is a time span in which I've seen threats of nuclear wars, men land on the moon, and the advent of technology, and I embraced it. I had a Sinclair ZX. I used to sit there tediously programming it. My teeth aren't working yet. Tediously program it, and I loved it. And I've had virtually every model of mobile phone there has been. Computers. I've done the Windows bit. God, that's an outdated system. Oh, an Apple. That's not much better, but it's easier to use, less susceptible to spams, etc. I just prefer it. I was working for an architect. It was the first time I ever met iMac. Horrified me. And then I fell in love with it. And I've been using one ever since. But where will technology be when our children are our age? I don't think we will be colonising the moon and Mars. I really don't. It's a very expensive faux pas from what I can see. I don't think it's realistic. But then, I'm pretty sure scientists would never have dreamt of computers, so where will we be in another 60 years? I was actually going to do a vlog this morning on something totally different, and my mind skipped off and played with something else. Hee hee. Good, isn't it? I'll just take it the long way around to get home. I could be home on the main road in about 7 minutes. But I'm going the 15-minute route. I just needed to get out. Oh, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? I just wanted to get out because I needed a few bits. No, thoroughly enjoyed having company. This is not one of those aftershock meltdowns. I needed a couple of bits from the shop. It's sunny, there's going to be thunderstorms later. Perfect. Here I was into gear and get out. That's how I do it most of the time anyway. I think that's about all. Sign plastered with letter, don't be a tosser. Hee hee, I like that. I really do. You want to enjoy life. Smile even if you don't want to. You know my rules. catch you again later. Bye.